So he had to seize her admiralty flag jurisdiction by occupying her seat with the flag of the land, so we can re-implement the law from the land. And that's when we had to put the totem pole in the public domain right up in DC to reclaim that 10 square mile crash site as indigenous land. All right, what's the next question?
Oh yeah, this is, I'm gonna look up that Sherman shit, that's heavy. Okay, we on 9.
Were you aware the transfer of land from republic to tribal occurred with a totem pole ceremony, which we just got done talking of, to establish Washington, D.C. as tribal jurisdiction for purposes of the Indigenous Rights Act? Click the post.
Let's click the post.
Since they say I don't have no receipts, I don't know where did all this shit come from.
Let me Native Americans bring totem pole across Capitol to raise awareness. Raise awareness. There you go.
When you do the research, you're gonna find that it came all the way across the country. You see him blessing
last tape.
You see him doing the smudge, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You see you see they in DC, you see the White House.
Yeah.
Right. So they showing you all of it right here. What'd he say? We're trying to unite to protect sacred land, sacred sites, land and places, and think this is a good way to do it and bring in all the tribes kind of coalesce around this totem pole while we have many different cultures. You know, these like 565 tribes in the United States.
Uh-huh.
Didn't I say all tribes united, right?
Yeah. Okay.
565 of them. That's just in the United States. That's not counting what we call Mexico or Canada. Right? But we still got other tribes from as far away as the southernmost point of South America to the northernmost point of the Canadian boundaries. Mm-hmm. All right, let's go to the next question.
Okay, I got you. Next question is number 10. Were you aware I have a birthright and a duty to the collective of reclaiming and restoring the tribal rules on all tribal land? And it's all tribal lands.
And this would be the video. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear me talking, but you look at the date,
but they can check that video. I'll try to put that link in the description.
Yeah, put the link in the description so they can check it out.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the link to all the questions in that description.
Yeah, so they can see them for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But you seen the date on the video, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right, because I had explained to them that I was exercising my blood rights to reclaim the land because I'm bound to the land by blood, by birthright, and I'm also raised to the position through the priesthood. Mm-hmm. But we ain't talking about no Christian. We're talking about the organic indigenous priesthood. Right, so my job was to find out what was going on the land.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say that the contract expired, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when was this? July the 6th, 2019, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when they go back and listen to it, they'll know what they're listening to. This is all of the tribes of the earth got together that came up with this. Go to your, can you pull up the Bang Dong conference on your Google on your phone?
Yeah, let me do it. Hakeem, get down and leave it alone. Hey, what's it called? Bang?
Yep.
Bang.
D-O-N-G. Bang, in another word, space.
Say that last word again.
D-O-N-G.
D-O-N-G. Okay.
There go the second one. Now, this is when we all got together all of the Earth tribes got together in 1955. You see it right there?
Yeah.
In 1955, in West Java, in Indonesia, to come up with a plan to fight some shit called white supremacy. You see what it say? The first large-scale Asian, African, and Afro-Asian conference, also known as the Bang Dong Conference, was a meeting of Asian and African states, but we was there too, most of which were newly independent, which took place April the 18th to 24th, 1955.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when we decided to fight back in the smartest way possible. And everybody contributed to us being able to put the pieces together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's good shit. Hey, so we answered all the questions. Now let me ask you this question about the Moors, because the people have been asking me. I hear people make a lot of comments on our tapes.
Okay, let's go back to regular face to face.
Okay. Oh, she hope it ain't delete that. All right, there you go. All right, there you go. Hey, so one of the questions they had was who, I think you already answered this on one of the tapes. I think I heard you answer it, but just for clarity, they want to know who is Rod Haynes talking about when he talk about the dirty Moors? You know,
anybody that's trying to get you to recontract with the dead entity, knowing that this shit is over with, right? The ones who call themselves free white persons in law when they get done doing their paperwork.
Hey, what's the game on it? The free white person.
That's what your status is as a noble once you do the paperwork, and then you get your corporate status. And in order for you to be exempt from the UCC jurisdiction as a rebel, you sign on to become one of the slave catchers by funneling people in to do paperwork, but you're going to do it faulty, but you're going to charge them a fee.
Damn.
The paperwork going to be faulty out the gate.
Fraud.
Because the corporation is faulty. Anybody that's aware that you cannot go to a lesser rank to validate your higher rank. The legal fiction is not us. So when you try to assert your legal fiction straw man's authority and jurisdiction, you automatically are telling the people, the barristers, judges, prosecutors, and attorneys that you are an imbecile in law, which automatically makes you a ward of the court. Right? Anything that's going to render you a ward of the court and somebody is getting you trapped in that cycle, that's a dirty Moor. Because everybody that get trapped in that cycle end up in motherfucking federal prison, or they end up being free white persons in law and become slave catchers.
That shit is deep.
I told you the white man ain't fucking white. They came over here as conquistadors. They got kicked out of Europe, and they exiled them to Al Maghrib. When they exiled them to Al Maghrib, they knew they couldn't stay there because they already got kicked out of Africa when they established their rule in Rome. That's why they was there, right? Because they got kicked out of the motherland. So then when they got kicked out, they went north into Europe and interrupted the civilizations in Europe. And they came in with the same blood rituals, blood rites, adrenochrome, and they got kicked out because the people couldn't tolerate it no more. Right? These are red shoe rituals, your bloody shoe rituals, blood on the dance floor, blood on the wall, all that shit. Right? So this is what they into that's getting them kicked out everywhere they go. Babylonian blood magic, Babylonian money magic. They got murder cults. Right, where they exercise the papal secret order to murder the kings, princes, and people of the land. Right, it's all in the public domain. We done already showed all that shit. Now they sit in the lodges, right? And they tried to keep us out of the lodges by blocking the door with pale faces. So we never knew that the people behind it looked like me and you. But they not us. They a different group of people altogether, and they're not from here. So they can't stay. Had they won the war between the Fezzes and the Feathers, then they would have won and took over everything. And we would have forever been their slaves. I didn't feel like being nobody's slave for the rest of eternity. So I decided to step up, speak up, put this shit in the public domain, and tell y'all how to find them. Watch what we do. When we organize peacefully, right, and we start to congregate, they're going to come in with bullshit in the comments. They don't have anything to do with nothing you're talking about. Right? They're going to be the lowest ranked motherfuckers, but they swear they know the most shit. Right? And then they're going to run up on motherfuckers with knowledge and get that shit bust upside the head. Them the dirty Moors. Remember, it was Fezzes against Feathers. So in order for us to win, the Feathers got to beat the Fezzes. Right? And how do you do that? The Feathers has to seize a Fez. These are the ones we call the righteous Moors. because they're fighting in the cause of righteousness in the middle of a dogmatic doctrine that was created to be dogmatic on purpose, because when you get caught in the dogma, you forget about the lingo from the land. The wind talkers are the chief. And when Noble Drew Ali put it on the record that he was a high chief, I know anything that he write is going to be heavily coded. And if you don't know the lingo, you're not going to be able to decode it. Right? So when we talk about dirty Moors, we're not talking about all Moors. Because some of the modern Moors, I call them, is us, who went in to have a knowledge fight with the dirty Moors. And they won. Right? And now they can proudly display fezzes on their feathers. Right? Because they knocked him for his noble status. Right? And normally how we win is we be telling the truth and we catch them in a bucket of lies because they don't know our lingo. Right? They're not really lying. They just living in the dogma. And Albert Pike already told you it was going to come down to the morals versus the dogma in their system. Because he had to tell you everything that they was about to do. Read Morals and Dogma, and all of this shit is laid all the way out from A to Z.
Yeah, I think I got that book over
there. It's all laid out from A to Z. Pop's been telling us to get it for years. It was in the old Ansar editions. This how long that we've been studying this book. Just in my little circle. My little circle was new to this shit. Right? We came in the 90s doing research. These other people have been doing research since forever and they don't know shit. Then I got messages dropped from Dr. John Henry Clark, right? He got a whole lecture called Exactly What is a Jew? But you don't even know what you're listening to if you don't know how we talk on the land, that country shit. Right? Because them country folks be talking over them city slickers' head, but they think they dumb.
Yeah.
Right? And we be laughing at the city slicker thinking we dumb, while we got him thinking he winning all the time. He ain't out slicking nobody but himself. And so, Elder trying to get the baby together, get the baby under control.
Hey, look, this dude, like he tearing up my stuff, man. While you know I can't get to him while I'm talking right now. So he going after all my good stuff.
Yeah, trying to get your attention. That's all. He want daddy attention.
Yeah, but I be with him all day long.
I know. It don't matter. Remember when you was little? When I was little, my daddy was like God. When dad walked in, I wanted to be right there where he was at because I wanted to learn how to be God too.
Yeah. My other boy, Haru, he got his Switch, Nintendo Switch with Mario and Sonic. I don't hear from him no more. But my baby, he always, if I go outside, he gotta go. If I'm going in the truck, he gotta go. If I'm going to the bathroom, he gotta go. He got to be right there.
That's a Blue Lies Daddy's boy right there.
Yeah, his middle name Malachi, so he my angel, Malachi.
That's what's up. Yeah.
So he makes sure, and then he makes sure if he see me doing everything I do, he do. So I can't do nothing bad in front of this dude, like drink a beer or something like that, because he gonna be wanting to drink. He gonna be wanting to
right. That's what they call that, learning by osmosis. He's trying to imitate everything you do so he can be just like you.
Yeah, I love my baby Hakeem. Oh yeah, that's another question. Because somebody asked this question about and I already know you probably already covered it, but they said one lady said, and I just worded like this: how do you feel about Noble Drew Ali? Because some people saying, and these people probably don't even know nothing about Noble Drew Ali who's saying this. Noble Drew Ali, he was down with us, of course. I mean, what was your opinion on that? But is Noble Drew Ali, was he down with us? I already,
Okay, so first and foremost, if it wasn't for Noble Drew Ali, we wouldn't know what's going on the land. Period. We would know half the story because Prince Hall gave us the first half of the story, the blue side. But the red side, if it wasn't for Noble Drew Ali, we wouldn't know jack shit about what was going on in the Moorish Zionist temple with the blood rituals and the blood rites that was keeping us suppressed. Right? So he was definitely down with the team. He was definitely a soldier. He was definitely a warrior for the righteous. Because without that, we couldn't put this shit back together. Right? So that tell me that he had to be all for us. Because he put his life on the line and lost it for this struggle. Ain't no motherfucking traitor gonna put his life on the line for this struggle. right? So we already know all of the ones who they murdered because they putting their life on the line to get us out of the condition. Well, Farrakhan came to us and said, we ain't gonna let no more our leaders get just murdered like that.
And the blood and everything.
Yeah. So the mitochondria can be found in the soil of the earth in a free radical form, right? Now, the connection comes in is when the mitochondrial became the fuel source for the DNA helix, the 21 complex amino acids, has to be assembled by an external. They hold computer binary code information in them.
Okay.
Right? So they can literally transfer your consciousness from your physical body into a computer. If by accessing your DNA mainframe. But the mitochondrial is the power source.
Right.
If your mitochondrial is weak and gets turned off, your DNA is going to shrivel up, which is going to in turn make you shrivel up.
Exactly. Okay, okay. So it's the free radicals within the soil.
That the mitochondrial in the soil.
Okay.
Not all free radicals are good, but the mitochondrial in the soil links to the blood through the mother line, because they tracing the mitochondrial back to mitochondrial Eve. This is the woman whose mitochondrial we all share in common.
That's soil.
Right. Now, that's the earth. We're talking 5% now. The guys in the earths, right? Okay, the earths is the ones who can control the alchemical processes of mitochondrial by being able to freely dispense unconditional love energy.
Okay.
So the wise man knows something the smart man don't. The smart man know happy wife, happy home. Right? But the wise man know that if he can get her to be in the mother energy,
right,
where she's always in that mother mode, that brings pure, unadulterated mitochondrial high energy.
It's
right.
Like active. Okay, I got you. Yep.
So the wise men choose to be around women in a mother energy, because the side effect is it's going to turn up the mitochondrial that's fueling his cell. By being in the field that it creates, because they become Tesla coils.
Okay.
Right? We already torsion fields. Now, if you can get them to actively communicate while they feeling this mother energy, right, about how to produce the best life for these children, this is going to do something to make your heart space so big that the darkness can't exist there anymore. The side effect of that is your aura begin to reach people in distant places as it expands.
Definitely.
Yep, Chief Balance 357 say PQQ. So PQQ PQQ is a supplement that's used to enhance the mitochondrial function. Right? So the side effect of being around a lot of mitochondrial energy is the energy that it projects comes out at a 532 hertz, which causes the cells in the body to realign to a formation called stasis.
Right. Okay. Homeostasis.
Stasis. Stasis is just balance.
Okay.
Homeostasis is the bodily balance. Okay,
Now,
so
it makes sense. It all makes sense.
right, because now if you reverse engineer the source of the energy, the women can turn your mitochondrial up just by loving you unconditionally.
Definitely.
Now,
Definitely.
the side effect, or what we call the reverse effect, is this. If she has an agenda attached to it, it in turn generates a stifling effect on your mitochondria. It causes the man to break down because the love is conditional. There's an agenda attached to it, and it blocks the heart chakra. So this is why the earth rule or the earth rights is, if she can love him like his mama unconditionally, then his mama